Did you know that the CIA apparently has a venture capital firm? Okay, what's the, I mean, this is, the state and business has merged so much that in this article, as they explain this, it's just said as like an of course.
Yeah.
Well, obviously the CIA would have a venture capital firm. Well, how else would they do their investments? They've got to find, invest in some hedge fund, don't they? Why? Why is the CIA doing that? Anyway, but so that's a small part of it. Apparently, it's a firm called In-Q-Tel, okay? And they are now talking about, they had this summit where the CIA and this private company are bragging about all the lovely spying they can do together, because it's not like our government is supposed to have a separation from business. Apparently, we've completely merged. Again, I believe that they have a word for that in the English language. And then Petraeus brags. Now he's the head of the CIA now. He says, some of these advances are, quote, transformational, okay? Particularly to their effect on clandestine tradecraft. Okay, so what is it? Now they are putting in chips into household appliances that could then be tracked later. So your fridge, maybe your microwave, your stove, your dishwasher.
No, it's 1984.
It is.
It's really 1984. We have massive screens in our houses that have, like, the leader of the country speaking to us and spying on us at all times.
Yeah, so I love this because they call it, again, they freely admit, they call it a treasure trove of data if you're a person of interest to the spy community. Now,
you know who's a person of interest? Muslims in New York.
Yeah.
Like Muslim students who go on rafting trips. Those are the people who will have these chips in their microwaves.
Now, understand what Anna's saying, because it's so important, because NYPD and the CIA work together to track Muslims, innocent Muslim Americans, American citizens. Now, the CIA isn't supposed to work inside the United States. Oh, that's long gone. They claim because of an interpretation of a 2008 law that was passed, the Foreign Intelligence Surveillance Act, they say, no, because of the way that it got amended in 2008, it's okay, the CIA can go nuts inside the country, and they can track all of your household appliances, let alone everything else, and they can track American citizens, and as long as you're a person of interest. Now, in the old days, a person of interest was supposed to be somebody who's a terrorist. In the new days, innocent American citizens, on the odd chance, they might at some point do something wrong, okay? So, and by the way, you think they're just containing it to Muslims? Now remember, the FBI, et cetera, in the past had tracked PETA, the Quakers, peace groups, because they might be dangerous. Now you think the CIA is not getting into that business? Come on. They're in your fridge, literally. And then you know what they're calling these things? They're calling them items of interest.
Right.
So if you're a person of interest, your fridge is an item of interest. Now, we don't know that they have, of course, any audio or video capability. It's geolocation data. They can tell when you're, open your fridge and close your fridge, et cetera, when you used it. But they can't tell, what you're doing inside your own kitchen.
Right.
We think.
Okay, but think about this for a second, like the technology behind it, right? The CIA doesn't know when you're going to go buy a refrigerator or a microwave, right? So they're going to put these chips in all of the appliances.
Yes.
All of us are people of interest, okay? It's not like they're going to pick and choose, like you go to work and they're going to break into your house and put the chip in the refrigerator. No, all of these appliances are going to have this chip in there that collects all this data. And I'm very curious to see what data it is. Like if you have hummus in the fridge, are you a person of interest?
That's a food item of interest.
Yes.
Okay. And by the way, Anna makes a great point there, because in the old days, you would have to break into the house and plant a bug somewhere, et cetera, when you got a warrant on somebody and you're like, okay, we have some probable cause to think that this guy's doing something wrong. Now, you don't need probable cause, you don't need a warrant. All these devices go in everybody's home. So you're automatically a person of interest. Mm-hmm. And by the way, again, Petraeus is so, since there's never any consequences anymore, he's so brazen about it. He says, this is going to prompt a rethink of our, quote, our notions of identity and secrecy. Understand what he's saying there? Exactly what Anna said. Our notion of identity. In the past, we had to target people who we thought were doing something wrong. Well, we have rethought our notion of identity. Now everybody's a suspect. And our notion of secrecy. In the past, we had to get a court order to put a bug in your house. Now, no, nothing is secret. So, and if they're allowed to do this, and they say, well, everybody already allowed me to tap all your appliances, so what's the difference? Now they can listen to audio, or now we can pick up video from it. Well, you already allowed it. We have rethought our notions of identity and secrecy, and we already told you. So can they do that?
Of course.
Will they do that?
Of course.
I mean, it sounds like we're so, we're losing our shit over it, but I mean, it's we do this show every day. They hear what you have to say already. I mean,
I know, but that's why they're going to be like, hey, you know what? I wonder what, so this is what they're doing in public. I wonder what they're doing in private.
What's going on in Cenk Uygur's fridge?
Yeah, not anything good, that's for sure.
And maybe this
And I do have a lot of items of interest in there. Okay, I got several different kinds of hummus.